Now, I did look it up, and what I did discover was even the British, we didn't even get what we were supposed to get from the British.
Of course not. The white folks think they're going to get it.
They promised us stuff, but we,
Hey, man.
that's dirty.
They sent a few Negroes to Canada, they sent a few down to the islands.
Right.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's it. Leone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, boss man, they, huh?
It was doing it to American Indians and Negroes, all at the same time.
Man,
It was tearing us up.
the white man speaks with a forked tongue. Hey, man. So anyway, the point is that we got a mission here. And right now, our mission is off and rolling. So we go back to California, we cranking right in. Right where we want to start. And all this stuff about the 13th Amendment and all of that, we've already told them that. We just brought this stuff to remind us. And remember, the paperwork we had from the other day, what was it about? Slave patrols, right?
Yeah.
Slave patrols. Slave Fugitive Act, that's right, that's what it's all about. Policing. Policing is still about slave patrols, controlling black people. It's exactly the same. They created it for that. So that means people, you're wasting your time talking about freedom and all of that stuff. This is a new world we're talking about. You know, in this new world, it's not that old getting to the promised land. That place don't exist. The promised land is right where you are right now. To remake this thing, right? To restructure, reorganize. And this is what people got to develop, is a vision of what true life is all about. You know, and that the human being can do it. It's about the evolution of the human being. It's not about, well, we're going to get to the promised land. The promised land? You must be crazy. That they're talking about a place instead of a condition. When you get to that place, everything is going to be all right. Technically, that's heaven. On this earth, you know, the Quran tells you to migrate if you can't, you know, da, 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 da. But the world is packed up now. You can't migrate where you want to go. They got a border patrol, they got it right. Yeah. You think I'm lying, go down there in Texas, in California, and look at the fence to keep people out. If they want to take care of people and keep people from wanting to come in here, all they got to do is send several $1 billion down to Central America. And the people will get their own money, and they won't want to come up here because they would rather stay in their own country. But the government here takes all the money from down there, all the bananas, Chiquita bananas, everything, United Fruit Company, they take everything from down there and bring it up here, so the people got to follow the food. Right? They got to eat. So they come up here. All they got to do is do like they did the Marshall Plan. They want to keep the Germans in Germany, go over there and help them get big. In fact, they had a program, it was about natural leadership after World War II. They looked at World War I and they studied, they said, okay, the Germans came after the British, they came to get power because everybody had taken all the colonies. So they say, hey, you got to give us some colonies or we're going to take them. That's World War I. World War II was a repeat of the same thing. So they said, you got two natural gangsters, Japan and Germany. And if you don't feed them and give them their own space, they're gonna get back sooner or later, and they'll be right back. And they are. They used to call the Japanese the white man of Asia, right? And the Germans, they are goose-stepping big old white folks. All they do is, you know, that's what they do. And throughout history, they've done that.
Right, yeah.
Like, they ain't nothing new, they just started last week. Yeah. They've been doing that. And so, you gotta give them space, or they're gonna come looking for you soon, very soon. You know, so, the same thing with the people down there. Give them a Marshall Plan. Help them. Keep them down there. If they don't want them up here, let them get whoever they want to elect, what system they want to get, right? What leader they want to get, and then send them some money, and they'll have all their little stores and shops down there, and they won't want to come up here, risking their life to come up here, because they'll have it at home, right? Okay. It's greed, that's all. Let me speed up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to try to wrap this up. So, the system will have to assist in its own salvation. It will have to participate. You don't have that. I'm just reading from some notes up here. You know, all that fancy stuff, dream the impossible dream. I was looking at a little program the other day about this little white girl, Greta something or other from Sweden.
Yeah, Greta Thunberg.
Thunberg, yeah, okay. Believe it or not, we've always said for the last decades, right, that those would be our allies. So during this next season, those will be our allies. All of those people that have, even if the white man put her up to doing it, you know, it don't make no difference. You don't never know. Look, you just, you have to give your all to everything, and let it start with 100. Let everybody have 100, and then start taking from that. But, you know, or it would be oversensitivity. Deserves sensitivity, though. We call it paranoia here. And last page. Okay. Writing our own future. You could tell from how we reacted to certain things in the last few months that what we said before, that everybody's going to get, you know, we're going to write everybody in. A good start, don't make no difference what they do. That means Khadijah and what's her name? We're going to write them a good, yeah. They're going to get a good spot. Could you turn there? Yeah. That's the thing. Everybody's going to get a good spot. Okay, now you can tell by the approach well, just from our nerve center here, just visualize this little center right here, 4481, and all of this, and here, this is Brother Tufel Strategic Command Center. That means we've taken people from ourselves, right? We could call it the George Washington Command Center, but it wouldn't fit us, right? Right? No. That means that we hold our people. I'm telling you, it was really an experience because for the last 6-7 years, all the time I was in California, I would call Brother Tufel almost every night. And all this stuff that happened in Oakland, we discussed it in detail. When he passed away, that was a sign that we have to get busy on this stuff. And then the weather changed out in California. Like I say, a friend of mine called yesterday, I said, hey, how's the weather out there? He said, well, we're expecting rain in a few days. I said, is it smoky out there? No, the smoke's gone, it's windy. I said, good, I'm gonna head back on out now. Not that I was waiting for the weather to change, but even birds got enough sense to fly south through the winter. We can find out how the weather is, right?
Right.
So no, but it's time. Everything that happened in California was for a specific, very good reason. And we use that to educate the people on their own possibilities. And this is modern, it's up to date. It's Black Lives Matter, right? It's police, community, right? It's unbearable police, not brutality, but just breaking the law, making the law that they want to have to do that because that's what they want to do. And we got it all on paper. They can't change it. It's too late. You see what I mean? That was all for a reason, and it was all for this time. Because most people will say we couldn't have stood that, we couldn't have done it. But it was all for this time, and it was all for this period. The desire to want to do good is its own reward. What I mean to explain for that is the hadith that says, if you want to do good, your niyyah is to do good, you get one reward. If you do it, you get 2 or 200 or 2,000. You're right, unlimited. The desire to want to do good is its own reward. You know, like if you want to do good, you feel good about it. You just feel, hey. If you want to feed the people, you just feel good. You say, man, I'm a little tired, but it sure makes you feel good, right? It does. Just to want to do good.
That's just like a week I was reading, feeling bad about something you've done. It's just like making tawbah, just feeling bad about
Just
it.
feeling bad.
Mhm.
That's one of the warnings. How do you feel about that? You're happy about it? And it was wrong? No, I ain't happy about that, but fine. Just about ahead now. You're almost home now. All the groups, all the organizations, whether it's MANA, whether it's Islamic Party, there's a few people that was in the Islamic Party that I think we should follow the same pattern we did with Brother Tufel. You can probably figure, right? They the last 20 years of their life, maybe 30 years, have all been in settling the issues that have to do with the Islamic Party. Most of them are funerals and stuff like that, and settling property and all of those things. And they went into exile too, and so still some of the people in exile, some are back. Okay. There's a few people I want to mention. It's not only the National Negro and others, but the system always put people out front that aren't worth a dime. Y'all probably wouldn't remember Rajneesh. Rajneesh he had 7 Rolls Royces. He wore a turban. Rajneesh, yeah, right, back in the 80s, Rajneesh got all these white folks to do away with all their property. They moved up into Oregon and California somewhere. And then he just disappears with the money. No, all that. Sheikh Abdul Qadir al-Murabit. You ever heard the name? Sheikh Abdul, that's right. He took a whole lot of white folks to Norwich in England. But not only that, the brothers that would come through from South Africa, they was all Murabitun, they was calling themselves, after the old time Murabitun. These guys take all the white folks up there to Norwich, England, and said, goodbye. He used to call himself Sheikh Abdul Qadir Asufi. Then he changed his name to Sheikh Abdul Qadir al-Murabit. They produce these people, right, to break the hearts of innocent people. That's what they do. Innocent white folks, they sell everything and then they go off, or the Negroes. There's Negroes that join groups here. They leave a newspaper down there, right?
Right,
They
yeah.
go off in the country.
Right, yeah.
You ain't gonna rescue nobody in the country, you know. And your kids are not gonna stay out there in the woods in Alabama and Mississippi too long, right? They're gonna be, hey man, we gotta get to the city, right? This is the point, that there's so many, we used to have a saying in the Jahiliyyah, too many ways to be a fool to duck them all. The white man got so many schemes to break people's hearts so they won't follow leadership. So they say, oh, what's the name, took everybody out in the woods and he left them. Oh, so-and-so took everybody out. Okay, here come you. You just innocent, nice as you can be. Well, dear believers, we know it's going to be a little tough road and, you know, I ain't going to listen to no liquor because so-and-so just right.
Yeah.
They always do that. And you look at the big mouth Negroes that's been talking for the last 50 or 60 years, they haven't busted a grape here in America. Not a single grape. With spiked shoes on, they won't do it. They just been talking. That's their job. So, this is where patience come in. Okay, Dr. Lane Center, Desire wants to do good, We said the cardinal action is leave, never do anything, or never fight any other people such as yourselves, especially Muslims, other blacks or nothing. And we've had several incidents where people that came around here trying to get us to do certain things. One of the last things I want to read is about one of our brothers to show you how rotten the FBI is. Information from confidential source, S2. This is from the paperwork that came from up in Detroit. S1 is a confidential source who has provided information about Luqman Abdullah and his associates. S1 is proven to be reliable and credible. Information provided by by S2 has been independently corroborated by other sources and by consensual recordings he has made with the members of the Ummah at the direction of FBI. On December 12, 2007, S2 told me he had been with Luqman Abdullah outside the mosque on that date, and he was able to surreptitiously record the conversation. S2 told Abdullah he had asked to donate $5,000 to pay to have something done during the 2006 Super Bowl in Detroit. Abdullah said, that's Brother Luqman that they killed, I would not be involved in injuring innocent people for no reason. This is what the FBI report says. This. They shot him, but they had this report that said, hey, I'm not going to do nothing to innocent people. That's what it says. If there's something to be done, it's going to be legitimate. Abdullah acknowledged that he had been involved in weapons training even before he became a Muslim. Look, the feds have all of this stuff. They shot him down. And old Frenchie, what was his name? The dog was not something. What was that dog's name? It was something like Frenchie, something like that, but it was Frankie or something. The dog went to the hospital, took him home to the hospital, and they didn't do nothing with the brother. Just like leaving the brother down in Missouri, laying out there. His body ain't even covered for 4 hours in the sun. These people are ruthless. And they know. Okay, now, I'm telling you, we have cruised through all of this kind of stuff for decades. So what would get us through that? Allah. There ain't no other Negroes who can pull that off. In other words, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take care of you. That's all we know. And that's all that's ever happened. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have looked out for our situation all along. It has nothing to do with being super clever and able to, no, we already know that. Of course, we tell the white man and we make him mad. Strategic management under conditions of repression. This is a good article. You read it, right? This is a good article, boy. It's got a, and it makes them mad. Because can you imagine that this quality of stuff, imagine in the near future, when we write the stuff for next year and in the future, it'll be of a higher quality. This stuff back in those days, hey man, we look forward to the writings and the updates for our job now. It's just an honor and a privilege to do it, and I don't want to take any more time, but we're going to head back to Oakland soon, and we're going to go through the regular, what we have to do, education, training, all the new stuff, everything you know, yeah. We may even do some, was there somebody out of UDC, some legal team? We might discuss with some of the people so we go and we'll know what we're going to do legally. Of course, we got it all hooked up. But we're going to do a lot of them. We're not going to have no legal team or no big time rich lawyer. We're going to do this. We're going to be right there ourselves. Whoever gets with us, either we're going to do it all ourselves. If we have to, don't make no difference what mistakes we make. We got enough stuff. You know what redundancy is? It means that redundancy, that you got a system, a backup system.